Well, good afternoon, beautiful people. We've had a bit of a disaster today. Doing a few odd jobs, and the main one was getting the wires up there. I think what I've done is I have pulled, and I've tried to pull the wire through here. I've moved that, and somewhere in there, the mesh that I made has come off, and I've heard rattle, 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 and it's all gone to the pump. So now, somehow, I am going to have to get down there, get all the media out, get the pump off, check and see if there's any media gone through this part, the UV and all of that. Hope there's not gone any up to the backy shower. If there is, I'll have to take the top of the backy shower off. And yeah, not good. Not good. It has been running sweetly for like a week. I think it's only because I've done that. A little bit condensation on the glass. So yeah, today I took the pump out. Finally, I was just about to go and start doing this, fixing the net, and now I've got to do that. And that's going to be an absolute bar steward, because with that last storm, this fence is now well on its way to collapsing. Now that the tree's gone, down this end, behind the door, when I move the door, it's completely collapsed. So now I've got to get around there to get to the pump. Not good. Absolute pain in the backside. I was hoping that once we cleared all that back on the other side of the fence, that we could dig a little trench, build a little brick wall, and then put the fence on it and gain back a little, gain back 12 inches, so I can properly get down there. Oh, Jesus Christ. I did not know it was that bad. There's no way I'm getting down there. No way in hell. Why today? It was a nice day and I was just doing little bits and bobs. These guys are doing alright, despite the fact that the water's still low. But when I come round to the spring and sorting the bottom drain out, get a nice retrofit bottom drain, a new filter to go in the shed, filter house, move this pump down that end, another easy pod in there, we'll sort it all out. And the fish, there's going to be a bit of a squeeze, we'll probably end up in a go-on pond for a week or so. While I sort this out and get everything done. And yeah, and they'll go back. But this issue now to sort out. Alright. So I'm not going to be able to get in that way. Not without taking all the fecking pipework off. And I mean all of it. The ball valve, this part to that ball valve. Oh, that's going to be a pain in the butt. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if I can reach him first. Barrels are going to have to come off again, which is not making me amused. So I need to get changed, get some waterproofs on, because I'm going to be scrabbling around on the floor. These guys, I'm actually doing alright. I'm not going to clean the windscreen because it just, the window even, it just smears it. I prefer to get my cloth and do it properly. A bit of kitchen roll, dry it off, and then give it a clean. But the fish, apart from that disaster today, they're doing alright. Water, it's not too bad actually. I actually keep my hand in it for a little bit. I'd say we're at 8 degrees or something, 10 degrees. That's 50 on that side, so that's 10. There's about 10 degrees in there. Right, the things just come off the end. Never mind, need a new one anyway. Alright, that needs to be stayed over there. Right then, let's crack on. Let's investigate this pump. It's full of media. And then we'll have to figure out a way that that's not going to come off so easy. Alright then, I'll catch you in a bit, guys. Right, well that's the moving bit media out. And it's looking pretty much clean. Nothing needs to be done with that other than put it back in, and I've cleaned it. This is the static bed media. I don't know if you can see that. It's a lot browner. I'm not going to dig around and I'm not going to bubble it. I'm just going to fish it out and we'll clean it off the way it should be cleaned. In the tray, the old-fashioned way. So yeah, other than that, not doing bad. I had one piece of media in the other side. So this media it's not all the same. Some of it's thinner, some of it's thicker. It's not all the same height. You get some that's, there's two that are the bloody same. No, trust me, you get some that's the same in size and some that's not. So it fits down there somehow. Well, one piece for, what are we now? Can't remember when I put the video out. A week ago, week and a half ago, when we got this done. That's not bad. One piece of media. What is bad is that it's come off. Well, that was my fault. And I think what I'm going to do is when I put it back in, throw some liquid black and then press it into the liquid black. So it's going to be actually glued in place, but not glued in place so I can't ever take it out should it need it. And that's pretty clean. That's pretty clean. That's the only issue I had. And that was my fault for messing about with that pipe down there. Obviously I've messed about with the flow, or pushed a little bit of a wave back through, which has popped it out and allowed the media to go back through. And we'll find out how much has gone through. I don't think there's that much gone through. I heard it rattle and I switched it off as soon as it stopped after about 5 seconds, and then I switched it off. So I don't think we've lost that much media through. Just have to check on it. And what I'll do is I'll let it back flush as well. If we shut that down, that is no more going to come from there. That one's off. Yep, skimmer's off. And I'll just let it back flush. And hopefully, when I take that off at the bottom, it will come through. We can sort of get the pump sorted and then put it all back together. I'll give the, might take the UV off as well if I can get there. Make sure there's none in the UV. And hopefully that should be good. Right, let's continue because this was afternoon and I was just doing a few bits and bobs. I wasn't meant to be doing this. The next thing I was going to do was look at that fence today, but that's not going to happen now. Right, let's get this sorted. I'll catch you back in a bit. Yeah then, so the media's out. And it's now just bubbling. Quite a few leaves in that. And quite a bit of shit. I think what I'll do, wow, look at that. Move it around a bit. I think what I'll do next year is we'll get another airstone down there. So this media came out. It's got a bit of colour to it. So I'll give that a rinse. There's not that much in there, to be honest with you. I'll give that a quick spray off. That can go back as it is. And I've got funny bits everywhere. Right. That one, crystal clear. I don't know if you'll see that because of the glare, but it's crystal clear. So, the good news that there's no extra bits of media that have come up. So that means there shouldn't be anything down in the bottom drain. So we'll get that attached. There's bits of pipe work out of there that are stored down there for now. And yeah, get it drained out. And then get in to look at this bloody pump. See, I should have been able to easily get in the other way, but there we go. Pump wasn't meant to be that far in, it was meant to be where that ball valve was. But because I couldn't get another ball valve in here as I'd planned, and it had to go there, and then it had to move the pump along. To give us a bit of an issue, but once I get it sorted, it should be alright. I'm going to start getting all doom and gloom at the moment because it has been running sweetly, and if that's all the crap to boil out, yeah, it's going to want doing more often in the summer, but there's going to be less fish in there come summer because some of them are going to go out to the main pond. Some of the larger ones, and as soon as anything in there is over 25 cm, they will also be joining them. Let's go and give that a bit of a clean off. That's okay, I'll come back to you. Here we go, that's better. Squeeze that out. There was a lot of water in there. Damn it! I'm gonna have to get a bit of dry kitchen roll. That's the best thing to clean my window off with, kitchen roll. Once it's wet like that, and then I'll use me the cleaner. She was sat on the bottom. Swimming around her right earlier. What's up with him? He's just having a chill out. Thinking, what the hell is he doing again to our bloody pond? Got the leaves there to come out or not. Right, let's carry on. Tell you what, I don't even think that media is that dirty. Just give it a rinse in the bowl, I think, and take the dirty water away. Yeah, that's going to be quicker anyway. Right then, before we start losing daylight, being winter and all, next plan of action is I need to empty those out. Okay, so we got this out, and I've cut it a little bit shorter, so it should now push in a bit further. And we're in the shed because it's absolutely peeing it down. And I carry on working, but I don't think I'm going to get done today. It's 3 o'clock now. I'll be absolutely soaked. So it might be a case of coming back tomorrow, finish it off. But that now should go in a little bit deeper, and then with a little bit of liquid black around the base of it, it should stick in. They're okay like that because it's easier to push it in with just those bits covering each other. It acts as they go in and then it twists in. That's easier whereas if it was fully round like this bottom bit, it's a lot more difficult to get it in. I found that worked with the microphones. It seems to have worked with this as well. So, there's a cable tie that I haven't got off. Never mind, it'll have to stay there. One that I missed last time round. So, I'll put the camera away because it's peeing it down. I don't really want to get my phone all wet. So we'll catch you in a bit, guys. Here we go. I'll turn this back on now, won't I? So it'll fall into pieces. Right. So as you can see, we got that done as best we could. If you want to do it blind with your finger, there's like, yeah, I don't know if I can show you the top bit. The CT one. That should hold it a bit better. And it's pushed in a bit deeper now, so I'm happy with that. We didn't get to the pump. So, first thing tomorrow, we'll get to the pump, get that off. Try not to disturb the filtration system, because in order to move it, I've got to take that off and lift it up. And I've got that drying inside. So, if I can get down there without disturbing too much, it should be alright. Fish are going to stay like that tonight. I've got fucking leaves, that media and that media. So, static bed, moving bed, biochamber, whatever you want to call it, media. That'll go straight back in. That I think I'm going to fill the tub up and just wash the tub around, scoop the media out and put it back in. So we didn't quite get where we wanted to get, but that's because it didn't happen until late afternoon. So if up in the morning, I've probably been done now. I think done all right. Getting absolutely soaked. So let's get in, get dried off, get warmed up, and we'll catch you tomorrow, guys. Hopefully, if it's not peeing it down again. Right, I've got the pump off. As you can hear, I'm a little out of breath, as that was not easy. Getting in there and doing it all. Crushing my chest. And we got a fair bit of media that fell out from above the top of the pump. So, gonna have to investigate the UV and investigate that piece of pipe there and the top tier of the backy shower. Pump is off. That was a bastard. That was a battle and a half. And I've still got to get it off of there. The pipe work off. And I'll have a look inside. Right, let's do that and I'll come back to you. Right. Now, I put them on a bit tight. They are well tight. I can't get them off. Try both ends. But we've given the pump a shake and I can't hear any rattling. I did get 2 bits out of it when I opened the top of the valve. So, I can't see any in there and I can't hear any shaking, so rattling. So, that, unfortunately, it's going to have to be, I'll run a bit of water through there and see if any comes out, but there's some down there that's come out, a handful or so. Can I be bothered to get that out? No. No is the answer to that one. So now I've got to try and investigate the UV. It does come off, so it's the other side, the far side, that's going to be the bastard. Let's get to that pipe work to undo it. And I put the pond together. I think I actually leant over the back from inside the pond and I fixed it all together that way. Now I've got the backy shower and everything on, it ain't going to be possible. And this is going to be our battle. Right, let's carry on. Now that UV was even worse to get off. And the pump. As you can see, I'm out of breath. Alright, so in getting it off, I had to take off one of the ones I didn't want to take off. And consequently, the bit that goes to the pump and the ball valve has fell off down there. Somehow I've got to retrieve that. Get one of them grabbing sticks, I think, and get in there. It's not easy though. It's here. It squeezes me up too much. I can't breathe in and out. That's why I'm out of breath. Right, good news is there was no media in the UV, but we didn't know that till we got it off. So there was one piece in the end of that pipe, so I reckon the rest of it must be in the top of here of the backy shower. So that's going to be the next thing that's got to come off, and that's got to come off very gently, and I've got to get in the pond to do that. So if I can take it off there, and I should have a straight bit of pipe that will still have, it won't have any water in it, well, because it's all drained down. So yeah, that piece of pipe in, take off the top tier, and then I can pull out the rubber boot, and if there is any media in there, find a way of getting that out, flushing it out. Right, leave that till later. Getting that back. Oh dear, it's so blipping cold. Oh, crap's all coming back in the pond again. That'll soon clear it. I like this filtration system, it's just been a pain in the ass, but once we fix this teething problem, that should be now. Oh, that's solid. Good. That's solid. And what I did is I took another piece of the grid from the microphones and I cut it and I've dropped it in the bottom. If I can see if I can get this lid off one-handed. Gotcha. So, right down in the bottom, it is flat. So right down in the bottom there, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a grid, a little bit of grid. Now I've done that because there wasn't any solid waste come out of this side, no leaves, so by having that grid in, I can then drop that barrel. The media shouldn't go through that grid, one or two bits might go through, without scooping all the media out like that. I can drop that barrel that side, and the only one I'll have to get out, scoop out, will be the right hand side static bed. So that should help me cleaning it out. Right, so find me waders, get in the pond. Right, and get that backy showers here off. Well, that was my problem. All of that was in the spray bar and the backy shower. So now I've got that out. Get that a bit of a clean off, and yeah, that'll be alright till the springish time, which is when I want to upgrade it and put myself a proper backy shower on. This was just a cheap learning curve because I'd never built one before, and I wasn't going to waste a lot of money if I fucked it up. So now we've learnt a little bit more about them, I should be able to build a better one next year using some Euro crates. And possibly what I'm going to do is all of that nice vegetation, I'm going to take that off, that system. Probably will just have the pots there, just a bit of water in, and that will allow me then to not have this running through, and then using the hooks that I've got, instead of a net for the summer, we are going to build like a poly tunnel that goes inside, and build it up straight first so I can put a couple of doors on it so I can get in and feed and clean the window, etc, etc. And it should just rest on the top there and lift off when I need it to, and give me a bit more heat. So even though we won't be heated, I'll have a bit more heat inside the pond, hopefully. Those barrels get really warm in the summer and the sun's on them, so hopefully we should get a little bit higher temperatures for next year. So without having a heater, I'll be able to grow a bit more, extend my growing season. That's the theory anyway. Whether it works is another matter. But that's till the Probably May time I'll work on that. As we're still debating on whether to do a grow and show with a difference or just get some smaller fish, some high quality, grow them on, keep one or two for myself and get rid of the rest, just to get myself a little bit more experience. So, without further ado, I'm gonna get that spray off because it's manky. I don't know why it's so manky. Pick that up, put that back on top of the shower and fill it back up with the lava rock. Fix it all back together and then get back onto the UV, putting all that back together. UV pump, and we should be good. So we can get it done before it gets too dark. Then we'll get back to you in a little bit. So we've done all that hard work. Turned the pump on and came over to the pond, and absolutely nothing. No water coming out. So I turned the air off. Made sure it was definitely no water coming out. And yep, no water coming out. So we filled everything up and everything beforehand, before we turned it on. And it's coming up with E5. And I downloaded the troubleshooting guide. And the E5 is a stock impeller. It's all got to come off again. I've got to do everything I did and do it again. What a fucking bastard. It was fine, it was spun around fine. Don't know why it's saying stop. Oh, for fuck's sake. I was just having no luck with this fucking pond at all. Oh. Alright, well, I can't be asked to do it today. I've got to go and sort the car out because that wouldn't fucking start last night and it's now the other side of town. So I've now got to go and sort that out. Oh. Everything I've done today. Waste of fucking time. At least tomorrow. I've only got to get the pump off. I'll just shut all the valves off. Yeah. And hopefully shut the skimmer off. Shut that off. So then I shut that one off, shut that one off. Nothing should come out of here. Shut that one off. It's only the water that's in that tiny little area that should come out. In fact, what I'm going to do before I make any mistakes is turn that one off. Close that one off. Skimmer's behind that one, so that's fine. And that's the pump isolated. So now, should I get tomorrow, when I open it up, take it off. That was a fucking bastard to get on as well. The UV was worse, but the pump was a bitch. Oh, for fuck's sake. I just don't get any luck. This pond will fucking run properly. Oh, and the other thing that happened was this floated out the top. So what I put in at the bottom. So the next time I clean it, that's going to have to get stuck in rather than just pushed in. as I didn't think that floated, but yeah, as soon as I turned the air on, it floated up the top. So these guys are going to have to get covered over again tonight, and it's going to sort the car out because it's going to be a bitch. Just fucking hell. You know, just don't get any fucking luck. It's just one thing after another. Well, anyway, guys, we will catch you tomorrow. Well, beautiful people, finally stopped raining. That wind is still terrible out there, though. Just going to see what damage this storm's done. Oh my god. Yeah, olive trees over. Where's these come from? Oh my god. It's like a war zone. How's me fish? Jesus. Look at those leaves. They'll have to come out. Alright. Oh god. Wind is freezing cold. Oh, that's where they've come from. So they've been blown over the fence into the garden. Wow. Devastation. Is it all in here? It's obviously blown off. Let's slip down. Water's up quite a bit as well. Never mind. Right. Let's go check this fence. I bet this is completely smashed. And the dog. Oh my god. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm lost for words. Right. Last night I did find a bit of. Let's go over it. It's like that roof's been ripped off. Yeah. There you go. See. Oh wow. Yeah, that's what I found last night. Flapping against the door. Oh. Wow. Alright. Alright, let's get this pump looked at. Couldn't do it yesterday because I was crippled in bed with a migraine. Oh. We'll get that looked at. Right. Yeah, so yesterday I was crippled in bed with a migraine. And most of yesterday in bed asleep. So when it came to being wanting to go to sleep, I couldn't sleep. So we were up most of the night. A little bit later up to date. And our main priority is getting that. Let's come off of there, backy shower. Alright. I'll just get in there and get that off. See some waterproofs on. Alright. So yeah. Storm Darragh or something. Who names these things? I don't know. Oh, me fish hunkered down the bottom. Look at the amount of leaves in there. Right, we'll have to try and do that. Get those out before we switch it on. Before we can do that, let's work out what's wrong with this pump. Here's the wind. It's really picked up now. Look at that. Mental. But right, we got it all going. We got the pump off. That was a bitch again. And there was one piece of media in there. Obviously that was causing the stop. So I couldn't get the grey connectors off. So I had to unscrew the blue plate and fix it that way. Took it out. Took the magnet thing out in the middle. Give that all a clean off. And I reckon it should last until the spring. And then when I come to move the fish about, I should take it off again, give it a good clean. And I couldn't get the bottom grid in this barrel. I'm doing alright now. I've took a bit of media out of this side and put it into that side. I think what I'll do when I can afford it is get another 25 litre bag. K1. Might even go for K2, but yeah, another one of this, another bag of this 25 kilo bag, put a scoop in there, and the other 4 scoops can go in that side, so I'll have probably about 40 litres in there and about 10 litres in this side, which I know compared to most people it's not a lot of media, but I have to get it all out every time, so the less I have in, the less I have to get out. So that's all back together, best we could get it. It's looking alright actually. Alright then. I suppose now it's a clean-up operation. I got a shit ton of leaves out of the pond. And there's still some in there. And yeah, we are a bit cloudy. I think what I'm going to do in the spring is get a packet of that pond detox stuff, because it's supposed to work, I think, as a dechlorinator as well. And one packet for 35 quid does 125,000 litres. And I go through dechlorinator like it's bloody tea. So one packet of 35 quid as opposed to 4 or 5 bottles at nearly 30 quid a bottle now. That's going to be a massive saving, and every bit we can save is going to help me. There we go. Might be a little bit low, that's why it's coming out so fast. Whichever current, but if it rains it will top it back up, and if it doesn't, it'll be alright. I can always turn it down. We're at 10. This is good enough. That's running alright. Flip those leaves up, that plant, drop down again, just so I can get the net back on. That I think I'll do tomorrow, because my ears, oh fucking leaves man, burning. Oh, I can't feel my ears, it's just wind chill. Right then, so let's get everything back together, tidied away, and we shall see you next time. The only other little job I've got to do is fish all the leaves out of there. So if I don't see you up before Christmas, have a great Christmas, happy koi keeping in 2025, and we will see you next time. And next time I want to be the filter build, get this competition wrapped up. One person is about £30 away, which is amazing, so we will have a look and see what the range is, put in a range, and I won't be putting any more arrows on up or down, it'll just be in between that range. And everybody who hasn't guessed us, I put 5 guesses in. Put your guesses in that range, and we should have a winner. Alright, so from me, these guys, those guys, and the guys indoors, we will see you next time. So thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, sharing, and all the comments you give me do make a massive difference when you battle mental health. Probably might bring out a mental health video just for those that have family members that might struggle, how you can help them, and yeah, some little tips on mental health. So we will see you next time. If it's not before Christmas, we will see you for the new season. So thanks for liking again, thanks for subscribing and all your support. Have a great Christmas, have a great New Year, and we will see you in 2025. See you later, guys. Peace, love, and out.
You better watch out, you better not cry, better not stop, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.